Okay. I'm going to call this meeting to order, and I'll start by taking roll from my right, please.
Jody Catchford.
Walter Snyder.
Tony Hugo.
Don Goodman.
Elida Snow.
Rob Thomas.
Ellen Johnson.
Perfect. At this time, I would invite any member of the audience to make a short comment on any non-agenda item.
First time I've been here, so I'm not sure what the process is.
Okay.
So, Tony Wickham, and I'm here to offer what I think should be an agenda item for next week.
Okay.
Okay. So, I had a conversation with a former student who left Libby High School as a result of some sexual content delivered in a class. So, and it's around sex with animals was the discussion. So, so I talked to her directly. She's 14. She felt very uncomfortable. Felt the entire class was. She left the school shortly after. And then again, this was approximately 3 weeks ago. There was no notification of any of this kind of presentation to parents. It's a violation of the Libby School District policies. Also appears to be a violation of Montana state statute on sexual abuse of children. And so my question is, something like this happens, is this condoned by the school board members? Do you condone that?
We do not, and we understand the policies on that as well.
Okay.
So what we would need to do is if you could either meet with myself, if it's at middle high school.
Yeah, she was a freshman.
She was a freshman. So myself and Mr. Beagle would love to talk to you about that.
Okay.
So we would investigate that if needed. For sure.
So there's definitely policies and procedures to follow.
Yep.
For sure.
And they weren't. And so my request is to be on the agenda for next week.
So policies dictate that there's a certain procedure that the student has to follow before getting to the board. So she would need to go through all of those steps. And the first one would be meeting with Mr. Goodman and Mr. Beagle prior to bringing it to a board agenda.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like it's going to be it would be more of a, that just doesn't sound like it's something that we condone, but we just need to know what's in place there.
Well, it's good to hear you don't condone it. I assume that would be the position, right? And sometimes these things happen and they're a bit undercover.
Yeah,
I want it to not happen going forward.
Yeah.
I think there has to be a reinforcement of the policy. And certainly if we need legislation to put greater teeth into this so that teachers feel compelled to not do this kind of thing, I'm prepared to go down those routes as well. So.
No, understood. Well, I can just tell you, if something bad happened like that, this is not something that we don't condone that. But any board member would as well. So, but we need to investigate it first.
Okay.
So
can I have an appointment tomorrow?
let me look real quick. Sure.
It would take about 30 seconds to clear that up, Mr. Higgins. With the meeting, it would be less than a 30-second conversation to clear that up.
Okay.
So
Let me. I'll get a spinning wheel here. There we go. Okay. Ooh. What is it, 8 o'clock, son? 8 o'clock in the morning?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Up in your office here?
Yeah, shoot back by. Yeah, they've had a meeting in the morning, 6:30, so 8 o'clock I'll be in my office. And then Mr. Beacon, I can.
it'll take just a minute to clear it up.
Okay. I'll see you later. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Bud.
Okay, any others? Okay, moving on to reports then. Start with activities. Tony?
Um, we were trying to narrow down, I think, more importantly, the number of coaches. And so Rob had brought up, several times it would really be nice if we had something in writing, that really gave us, a hard direction. This many students needs this many coaches and so on. And I see that Nick put something together. It came out in an email. Did you get that?
I don't know that I saw it.
He sent it to the activities.
Okay.
I think it was yesterday. So I opened that, looked at it, looked really good.
Okay.
He's got a proposal. I know it's gotta come to the board. And Mark, you're probably aware of.
Yeah, sure. This copy will show tonight.
Yeah, it was really, really well written. So I think all the things that we talked about at that activities committee, Nick addressed in a really nice write-up.
Perfect.
So, and I think tonight we have a meeting right after this one, so we'll probably review that.
Okay. Sounds good. Buildings and grounds then.
The only thing with that too was that, gosh, the guys at the high school were looking at those fans. They found, I don't know where they're at. I went and met with him again, and it was called, I think it was called Big Fans, the company.
It has a big donkey on it.
It's a really well, yeah, that was, yeah, so they were
It's a big
moving,
brand.
they were moving forward with that. We talked about the boilers a little bit more, and then, just a kind of a brief discussion with the property owner.
And we need to schedule a meeting, so try and get you guys afterwards.
Sure, okay.
Okay, moving on then to policy. We have a bunch of policies. Is this tonight? Yes, policy updates coming up. And since I wasn't able to be there and BG's not here, are you good to kind of give a run through of them?
Yeah, I left mine as my bird jug, but,
Okay.
but, yeah, we just covered all the, I don't know, there's a whole stack of new ones again.
And there's how would you put it, it's like they have a couple policies that we had adopted, that they want to change again, so.
Yeah, there's some with options, right,
Yeah.
that we discussed, so there's, give you different options. You're on there, right, board chair,
Yeah, I just wasn't able to make the last meeting, so,
so,
okay.
There's a couple of them that I couldn't, that they changed, but I couldn't figure out how they changed it.
one of them had one word crossed out in the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah,
You gotta search to find it, but.
but that could be that one word then. Okay.
It's supposed to be you.
Okay, moving on to technology.
I didn't realize I was on that committee. Isn't that Walter?
It might be.
I don't think it's me.
I think we can discuss that with Ellen and that
like
can
your
be a-
initial thinking.
I'll have to fix it.
I know I'm on insurance.
Well, no report.
And if I'm on it, ditto.
I really didn't think I was.
Let's
Maybe I-
address who's on the technology committee just to confirm that, please, next
Yes,
time.
yes.
I was blaming it on Walter.
Well, I went over it with Ellen and I thought we had it right, but evidently we did not have it right, so.
That's-
There was no technology meeting. Wellness and safety, Miss Ellen.
We haven't had a meeting yet either, but I'm sure that Ron's thinking about scheduling one
Actually-
before we have to.
Yes, and we got no shortage of work to do on that as well. We have some stuff's cooking, so.
Stuff's cooking, be ready. Okay, then calendar, we have not started discussing anything as of yet. That should be coming up in the next couple, 2-3 months.
No, we're doing that in July.
Oh, it took me a minute. I was like, wait, what? No, nice try. January, I thought we had discussed. Transportation. We did have a transportation meeting and we discussed with Harlow's about changing a bus stop to be more safe at Hammer Cutoff Route.
Mhm.
There was one at a pretty interesting intersection that was not the safest. So we all were in agreement. We moved it down the road about 400 feet, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, and everything, they've started that already?
Yeah, it sounds like, Charlie Decker moved his boat so that the kids have a place to stand underneath it.
So we have a nice little protective covering there. That's cute.
Lila.
Yeah.
On that transportation too, just one more thing, this actually came up in the activities,
Good point.
was the charter buses.
Oh, not being enough, yes.
Well, yep, and then it needs to be cleared up, because there's people in the community that ask me, well, why aren't we getting our charter buses and, the activities monies? They're being told that that is going to fund charter buses,
Oh,
so.
The activities money.
It's not,
The student activity passes and those
Oh.
things.
I don't
Anyway,
think
so-
that,
oh, sure.
it's not, it's actually budgeted out of the general fund, not out of a student activity account, which.
Yeah, right, so that needs to be,
Yep, it's not.
right, so that needs to be not, cleaned up, I guess, right? So the public doesn't feel that way. And then, there is no contract for Harlow's to provide us with charter buses.
Yeah, I think it basically says if we don't have them, that's what it is.
We've been getting them, but that's just, it doesn't cost us any more or less. They've just been providing them.
but I thought it
Nothing
was
in
a
the
certain
contract.
amount each time. Okay, so it's not in the contract a certain amount. The amount is not in the contract. They just charge us a fee each time we use it. Is that my understanding? Is that what you're telling me?
I was told there is nothing in the contract that you don't pay any more for the charter bus.
Yeah, it's the
School
same
doesn't.
cost.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Right, it is the same cost, but we're still being charged each time for them.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's transportation.
But I
Yeah.
think,
But if they're not able to provide it,
Yeah,
Then-
you're not out nothing. You're not paying for something you're not receiving.
but to Cody's point, where are we at with the charter buses?
well, we have not discussed that with
I
them
believe
yet.
one's
they're
operational.
one
Yeah,
operational.
one.
I'm hoping they're gonna take it tomorrow is the hope.
They're transitioning right into a new management at Carlos.
So, yeah, we've always had two charters that we travel with, and they both have been down for over a month now. And I guess our complaint is that we're paying a lot of money to provide the services for you guys who transport our kids on charters when we go out of town. But technically, I think correct me if I'm wrong, in our contract, it just says they will provide the transportation on the trip. They don't necessarily say in a charter what type of bus they'll drive, so they're kind of.
But I guess where the issue came up in that meeting, Scott, was they were reaching out to Nick asking him to reschedule because they couldn't cover us, if I remember correctly. And then it must have all gotten figured out, but
Yeah,
that's where we were like, okay, we were taking our logger buses, but we have this contract that we're paying for through Harlow's. Am I understanding it correctly, I guess?
I just thought the big issue was their charters have been down for, our kids are taking some pretty long trips on school buses, and we're saying they should be on charters, so that's what.
Oh, I thought we didn't have anything available to us.
Oh,
because
no,
it was
no,
on
we said
school
no.
day.
I mean, we've had, like, when we go on a football trip, we have to take a school bus and one of our logger buses, because the school buses don't have the stowage like the charters,
right.
so we do have to carry out the equipment, so we've had to take a logger bus to our football games as well.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's what it was.
See, the contract says pretty clearly, if
Okay.
they don't have it, then that's what it is.
Yeah.
So for example, tomorrow going to Browning, is that a yellow bus then?
I understand there, I think that one of the charters is up and working.
Oh.
And the other one is getting close, but I'm assuming they're taking, it was up and running on Friday, but there was still one little something, a little quirk on one of them that, this is talking to Pat Greger, who's the driver, said that they thought it'd be ready to go for this week. So we should have it for the 2 Browning trips for volleyball, soccer, and for football on Friday, hopefully. It's my understanding, but don't quote me on that.
Is it a new bus or they just get the other one fixed?
They just got the other one fixed.
Perfect.
Okay.
But the bottom line is they're not obligated to provide with a charter bus.
The language in the contract is no.
So if the public is receiving that information that they are, and somehow Harlow's is to blame for this, they're upholding their end of their contract by providing a yellow bus.
So Cody, do you think it would be good to go ahead and send a parents where explaining that? Because
Probably,
I don't want Harlow's, people throwing Molotov cocktails at me like that.
Well, I guess has it been a community complaint?
I have people coming to me, like I said, and saying, well,
As a board member, why aren't you doing something about it?
yeah, well, what's going on? They're actually upset about it.
Well, and even
And they were told that the kids' activity passes are paying for the charter. Well, that's wrong too.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to tell them that that's not the case.
So
Sorry.
I think that would be good because like, again, I don't want people holding grudges against Harlow's. And if I was Harlow's, I'd want that cleared up as well.
Yeah, because I guess all I was gonna say was that, I mean, initially when we heard it, I was like, that's ridiculous. If we're paying them for a charter bus, we need the charter bus.
That's how it was presented at the activities.
Right.
Exactly right.
But apparently if it's
So
not so.
I guess I understood it differently. I knew that they could substitute with the yellow bus, but they weren't able to do that on days we had school because they didn't have enough. That's where, so I knew that that substitution was okay, but I guess I was confused on what was being said also, so. Okay, anything else on transportation then?
I just want to say on the Hamlet cut across, it's a big improvement. That was for years and years and years. That's what they've been doing is right off that bad intersection. So when people come off the highway, and if it's slippery at all, it's going to be a bad deal if you hit a bus. So I think that was good to have that transportation committee smooth that out. It'd be a bad situation because that would also be the first bus. Nobody would get picked up at that point. So.
Okay, and they get covering as a bonus.
That's right.
Now everybody's gonna expect that.
To hang out with Charlie Decker, that doesn't get any better.
Okay, so moving on to insurance, Miss BG is not here, but is there any updates on that?
No updates on insurance.
Okay. Then we will move on to resignations. I feel like we can probably go ahead and just lump them all together in one motion.
Make a motion to accept the resignations of Antonio Hernandez, Tracy Rebo, and Nolan Broden.
Well, second.
I have a motion by Tony and a second by Walt to approve the resignations as listed. Any questions or comments? No? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passed.
Light, I got a question before you get to the one about. So, as I'm reading through this, the consideration of staff contracts and transfers. If we had, what's the protocol? If we had a question and wanted to talk about an individual or share information, how would that be done?
Is it personal information or questions?
Yeah,
Okay,
I would say the phone did that.
so it becomes a privacy issue?
Okay.
Okay, so at that point, my guess is we would just table. Do you think that's right? Just table that hiring of that individual?
Until next week.
Yeah, you cannot discuss
Right, stuff,
personal
right.
personnel or personal issue
But
in open board meeting.
without completely just voting it down, can we request that it be tabled
Secretly.
for further? So yeah, my suggestion would be to table it if you want to have further discussions about that nature. If not, I guess you could just vote no.
Well, I think it's important that the whole committee hear that, and I can say it in front of everybody or ask the question or show the concern, or because it's personal, I know that we're not supposed to do that.
Right, because it becomes a privacy issue and.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I think it's important that the entire board knows and just not a no vote.
Right, right.
Can I have an executive session?
We can't without advertising it. So because it
So we
isn't
put
on
it
our,
up next week and what?
yeah,
You could go into, that person could choose to go into executive session,
but we can't choose
Yeah.
about them. Is that my understanding?
correct? Yeah, the board can't just go into.
So, and I'm just like a
Right,
question.
yeah, yeah.
So if, like Cody said, if we tabled this hiring and we asked to go into executive session,
So as
then
Ron
it could be
stated,
advertised and then,
we can't do it, correct?
You can put on that possible executive session, but again, the person who's going to be voted on, the board can't go into executive session unless they're dealing with a lawsuit themselves.
Right. So we can't choose to go into
so how
executive
do we
session.
share information then?
You know,
I mean, because it sounds
Do you
really
talk to
silly.
everybody individually?
Yeah,
Do you talk to everybody individually?
we just have to have individual conversations. Like, you would have to call each of us and have
I
a.
thought that we couldn't do that.
You know, there's conclusions are being made.
Yeah, so if we're not voting or, well, I don't know, would that be a conclusion then? I mean, well, you're just sharing information with us. So
Okay,
you're not telling us how to vote or convincing us how to vote.
okay.
So you can have a conversation as long as you're not trying to convince.
I think it warrants having,
Like at the end, you're not, so you can't vote for this
Right,
person.
right,
You just said,
exactly.
hey, this is the information I have,
Yeah.
and then leave it at that.
Yeah, if you feel strongly about it, like, I encourage you to do it that way then, just so that we're all aware
okay,
I think
of
it's
stuff. And
with the email to the school board association as far as where's that line. I know that from Andrews, when he shared this, I could,
Yeah.
if I'm assuring a vote, then
yeah, this is just not asking about a vote, just sharing information.
right,
You can make your own
you
decision.
can make your own decision upon that. And then I also would encourage you, with whichever school it is, to have a conversation with hiring administrator also.
Sure.
Okay,
And so when we go down this list, if we get to that individual's name, then I would just ask to table that for now? Is that
yes,
what you want me?
yes.
Okay,
yes,
okay, thank you. I'm just,
yes.
You can recommend it, I guess, yeah.
okay, thank you.
Okay, so we will go ahead and do them each individually. And we will start with the paraprofessionals.
So I would table that with the number one, Dominic McMillan.
Okay, so a request has been made to table that, but we will discuss we can make a motion on hiring of Audria Williams. So I will need a motion, please.
Motion, we hire Priya Williams as HS paraprofessional.
Second.
I have a motion by Cody and a second by Ellen to approve the hiring of Audria Williams, LMHS paraprofessionals. Any questions or comments? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, moving on to LES paraprofessionals.
I move that we approve the contracts for Jennifer Atkinson and Benjamin Kibbing as LES paraprofessionals.
Second.
I have a motion by Ellen and a second by Rob to approve the LES paraprofessionals as listed. Any questions or comments? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, so Darian Greason, he is.
Do you want to table that?
No, because I don't think we should. I was talking to Ellen about it because, he still needs to be approved and then next week we'll take care of it.
So I think we have to hire him to be able to pay him,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and then we can accept the resignation. So that is. So yeah, we're gonna hire Mr. Greason as shop teacher today, but next week we are gonna possibly accept his resignation. Okay, so I do need a motion, please.
I'll make the motion to accept Darren Greason.
A second?
Second.
I have a motion by Tony and a second by Rob to approve the hiring of part-time industrial arts teacher Darian Greason. Any questions or comments? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passed. I begin to think there's something going on in that building over there. 3 later, it's you, uh-oh.
We need to hijack somebody and drag them over there.
Right. Welcome to the building. Okay. Jordan Carlson for, I believe that's teacher? Okay, teacher at Libby Central Charter School.
We'll make the motion to hire Jordan Carlson.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Tony and a second by Walt to approve Jordan Carlson as a Libby Central Charter School teacher. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, Miss Jamie Parker.
I make a motion that we accept Jamie Parker as business office accounts payable / purchasing clerk.
Second.
I have a motion by Rob and a second by Tony to approve the hiring of Jamie Parker as business office accounts receivable and purchasing clerk. Any questions or comments?
That's why we're looking for a cook.
That's why we're looking for a cook. Yep.
So appreciate Tracy Rebo for the work she did. She was an outstanding person.
Yeah,
And
she was
really,
nice.
really qualified person as well. And Jamie would be a super replacement as well.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, Steve Edwards as elementary custodial aide.
Make a motion to approve the hiring of Steve Edwards.
Second.
I have a motion by Tony and a second by Rob to approve the contract for Steve Edwards as LES custodial aide. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, Mr. Beagle for 24-25.
Was
Krista Profit. Oh, sorry about that. Request for extended leave of absence. She, if you saw in the packet, is going through some medical issues.
I'll make a motion to approve the extended leave of absence request for Krista Profit.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Tony and a second by Walt to approve Krista Profit's requested leave of extended leave of absence. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, now Mr. Beagle for 24-25 Plummer School Principal and Special Ed and Curriculum Director stipends.
I'll make a motion to approve the stipend for Scott Beagle for the 24-25 year.
Second.
I have a motion by Tony and a second by Ellen to approve Mr. Beagle's stipend for last year's positions. Any questions or comments?
Yes. I would like to spend a little bit of time on this one, because it has taken so long to do it properly and actually vote on it.
Is that you? Oh, okay.
Uh,
Just to make sure I wasn't having a ring in my ears, crazy.
As you all know, I brought this up at our board meeting training. I've been on the horn for quite some time. I've had several conversations with Ron about this one. The policy in question is 7320, and it does not give Ron the ability to pay wages without board approval. Ron and Lyda know that. Secondly, it's an open meeting violation.
We're doing that approval now. No.
Yes.
Yes, so.
This has already been paid. It's already done. So what we're approving should have been approved in July.
Correct.
Actually should have been approved before payment, probably, right? So it was never done. Then you have your open meeting violations because decisions was made, payments were made with only partial board knowledge. So decisions are being reached.
Okay,
So that's an open meeting violation.
okay,
Okay. Let's see. There was never a warrant, there was never listing of it in the warrants or in the monthly expenditures. So that's why I believe it is deceitful. We have $6 warrants to Alpha Computers. But we don't have a $10,000 stipend listed anywhere. Let's see. at some point, the board becomes liable, because we all knew, Tony knew very early on, I made him aware. And if you guys know we're not following policy, the correct policy, you know we're not.
So can I address some of these things with you real quick? Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt, but.
No, I want this
Right,
discussion. I've been
So
listening.
there was a little bit of misunderstanding, and I will say that we have always kind of followed a thing where Ron could make certain decisions under a certain amount in the past. And so not realizing that that was against open policies, we did learn that in training. Ron realized that he made a mistake. And so this is where we are voting on it to try to rectify that mistake. I will say that everybody is human. And so it wasn't that we knowingly went against policy. We did not know that we were doing something wrong.
Okay, but I brought this up immediately following that meeting in July to you and Ron and said, this is not right, guys.
Right.
And you said there's policy to do this.
Well, at
And
that
you were
point,
very
we believed that there was.
confident there's a policy to do that. You should have known the policy. I mean, that one's pretty big.
It is, and I understand that, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell anybody that I know all those policies, unfortunately. Like,
No, but then when I bring it to question in July.
okay, so I should have followed
I
up.
think you should have followed that
Okay.
one through, and I
Again-
shouldn't have to dig it up and then hound and be on the phone with lawyers and stuff for 3-4 months to finally get this to the board for approval properly. Tony said at the board training that, let's just put the past in the past. The only way to put the past in the past is to settle the present.
Well, I
Now we
understand
can
that.
put it in the past if we take care of the present as it's supposed to be
Okay,
by policy.
okay, and
Let's
we,
do it.
yeah, I was gonna say, and we have had
I'm not done yet. Please don't interrupt. I have a few
I am
things. I've
so
waited a
sorry.
long time.
I am so sorry. to-
No, you and BG do that to me all the time. I
Okay.
don't appreciate it.
okay,
And
I don't interrupt
I
you.
don't appreciate you. Thank you.
okay.
Great.
Cody, if you need to keep going, go ahead.
I do. And the other thing is, I'm all about people getting paid. If you're doing extra duty, you're doing extra duties, you should get compensated as such. If you work more. I'm fine with that. I think you should be paid more, especially if it's taken care of when it's supposed to be taken care of. However, one caveat. If you're being paid more, or somebody is being paid more, and then put money in their pockets, and then turning it around and trying to cut programs that specifically help our kids, the cross-country programs.
We were never trying to cut cross-country, Cody.
He has mentioned it more than once,
Not,
cutting that
not to
program.
me.
So, I know for a fact. Anyway, so that way, I cannot support that.
Okay,
Okay. That's all I have.
okay.
Support what?
I can't support extra money going to people who are then, to themselves, specifically to themselves, and then turning around and trying to cut programs that benefit our children. I won't support that.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed?
Aye.
Motion passed. Okay, thank you. Then moving on to Tina Wispergen, Libby Middle High School part-time special education teacher.
Make a motion to hire Tina Wickersham.
A second?
Second.
I have a motion by Tony and a second by Rob to approve Tina Wispergen.
Yep.
There we go. Libby Middle High School, part-time special education teacher. Part-time, what is she teaching? Like how many periods?
Spend 2 days a week.
2 days a week? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Any questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, moving on to extracurricular activities.
Can I ask, what is each of them going to, which extra activity are they doing?
So I believe the packet said Russell Gillespie is 7th and 8th grade assistant football coach. Keith is 5th and 6th grade head coach, and Kelly May is assistant boys basketball.
Oh, okay. Thank
I had that right, I think?
Yep.
Okay, good.
thank you. I'll make a motion to approve the three mentioned, Russell, Keith, and Kelly, for the extracurricular activity coaching positions.
Second,
Okay, I have a motion by Tony and a second by Rob to approve those coaches as listed. Any questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, so moving on to consideration of policy updates. We kind of touched on that a little bit about all the changes. They were in your packet, so I don't know if you guys got a chance to kind of read over them or not. Everybody's favorite. But we will need a motion for approval of the first reading. Do we have to list them, or do you have them listed, Stacy?
I believe I have them listed, you can probably group them together.
Okay. And it's just, I'm not sure of all of them as listed. Okay, need a motion, please? Got it, just these ones.
Are we motioning to approve the
The
the first reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, motion we approve first reading of the policy.
Okay.
second,
I have a motion by Cody and a second by Rob to approve the first reading of the policy updates. Any questions, any more questions or comments?
I thought it was interesting that the chair can now make a motion.
I know, and second
second
it,
motion.
and all the things.
We've never been able to do that before.
I know, when I read through that, I was kind of excited too. So I feel like I do talk enough though, so I encourage everybody else to make motions.
That's the only thing I saw that was really interesting.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, so do you have a review for the agenda? Is that in here since I don't have my digital?
It is.
No, I have one.
I don't, so it's the last.
You got one?
Nice to look for a moment, please. Sorry, I'm gonna figure out how to use the phone.
I got some of them, I got them.
Let me grab mine.
Okay, so just going over next week's meeting, it looks like we'll set our November meetings. Don't think those work around any holidays, so those should be normal. We have lots of September meeting minutes to approve. Consideration of staff contracts and transfers. Stacy, if you could just possibly add that one, or make sure that one is added on there if we discuss it, since we tabled it.
Yep, I'll talk
Okay,
to Ellen about that.
Perfect, thank you. Second reading, second and final reading of all the policies we just chatted about.
Do that one.
If you
Yes.
swipe sideways. Yeah, I think. And I guess that's all. Any questions or comments about upcoming meeting next week? No? Okay. We just asked her to make sure that the one paraprofessional is added for next week.
Okay.
That was really the only thing that I noticed, or that we'll need to add. And hopefully it doesn't change much, because this thing seems to change a lot throughout the week.
It's a revolving wheel, isn't it?
Yes. Okay, I don't think we have to vote on that or anything, so I just need a motion to adjourn.
Make the motion to adjourn?
Second.
I have a motion by Walt and a second by Cody to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor?
aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay, let's let Stacy stop recording and then we can go on to our work session.
All right.